son, Deshaun Jesus Malone Jr. He's straight. He's $1 billion baby.
Something just happened that flipped the internet upside down, shook the gossip pages, and made every reaction channel sit up like they heard their name in a group chat screenshot. Chrisean Rock finally opened her mouth about her son's health situation, and the timeline has people arguing, reacting, defending, and side-eyeing harder than a courtroom jury in a Netflix documentary. This wasn't a quiet update. This wasn't a soft little Instagram caption with a heart emoji. This landed like a reality show plot twist written by someone who drinks espresso and chaos for breakfast. For weeks, the internet has been acting like a medical board, a parenting panel, and a rumor factory all at once. Everybody suddenly became a certified expert with a Wi-Fi connection and a comment section badge. The theories were flying, the clips were looping, and the speculation was running faster than a Scandal Channel thumbnail refresh. Now she speaks, and boom, new reactions explode across timelines like popcorn in a microwave with anger issues. Supporters say this clears things up. Critics say it raises more questions. And the internet. Oh, the internet smells drama like sharks smell blood. Buckle up. Because this story didn't calm the storm, it upgraded it. The internet didn't just wake up, it detonated. Timelines started moving like someone hit fast forward on a scandal documentary, and suddenly everybody with a phone became a detective, a commentator, and a certified chaos distributor. The moment Chrisean Rock addressed the situation around her son's health publicly, the reaction wave didn't roll in, it crashed through the digital streets like a celebrity hurricane with Wi-Fi. And the wild part? Half the people reacting didn't even wait to hear the full message before forming a full opinion, a backup opinion, and a conspiracy theory deluxe combo meal. Because that's how modern outrage works. Nobody reads the article. Everybody reviews the headline. For weeks leading up to this moment, rumor pages were treating short clips and screenshots like ancient prophecy scrolls. Freeze frames were examined like forensic evidence. Comment sections turned into courtroom trials without a judge, jury, or basic patience. One side yelling, "Leave her alone," another side yelling, "Answer the questions," and a third group just yelling for sport. Social media doesn't need facts to start a debate. It just needs momentum and a dramatic pause. When she finally spoke, supporters immediately circled the wagons. Digital defense squads activated at light speed. According to them, the speculation had gone way too far, way too loud, and way too reckless. They argued people were turning concern into content and empathy into engagement farming. In their eyes, strangers diagnosing anything through viral clips makes about as much sense as performing surgery using YouTube comments as medical school. But critics were already locked and loaded. They didn't see closure. They saw more mystery. They replayed older videos, quoted past interviews, compared timestamps, and built megathreads longer than a rapper's legal history. Every word she said got sliced, diced, and interpreted like a courtroom transcript. Tone analysis experts came out of nowhere. Suddenly everybody has a PhD in vocal inflection and eyebrow movement, and right there is where the drama mutated from situation to spectacle. Because once reaction channels smell controversy, it's like sharks sensing blood in algorithm water. Upload buttons started getting smashed. Think pieces dropped every hour. Breaking updates appeared that weren't breaking and barely updates. Thumbnails showed shocked faces so intense you'd think the camera personally offended them. Titles promised answers, revelations, bombshells, and emotional truth, sometimes all in the same sentence. Welcome to the content gold rush. Some creators played it cautious. Others went full fireworks mode. You could practically hear the dramatic background music through the screen. Slow zooms, bold captions, red arrows pointing at nothing. The modern internet investigation starter pack. If exaggeration burned calories, these uploads would qualify as cardio. Meanwhile, fan communities split into factions like a reality show alliance war. One group said the statement should end the speculation immediately. Another group said it only opened new questions. A third group claimed the entire debate was being manipulated by clout chasers and engagement hunters. And a fourth group, the loudest admitted they were just here for the mess and the memes. And oh yes, the memes arrived right on schedule, within hours. Parody edits, dramatic reenactments, and sarcastic commentary clips were circulating like trading cards. Social media has a strange talent. It can turn any serious topic into a punchline factory at record speed. 1 minute people are arguing deeply, the next minute someone drops a joke so viral it derails the entire tone of the conversation. That's the attention span economy. Outrage today, comedy tomorrow, new scandal by Friday. But under the noise, something more interesting was happening. The narrative itself was shifting depending on who told it. In one version, this was a mother setting the record straight. In another, it was a public figure responding under pressure. In a third, it was proof of nothing except how fast rumors grow when watered by speculation and fertilized by algorithm boosts. Same moment. Different movies. Comment sections became battlegrounds with profile pictures. People weren't just disagreeing, they were performing disagreement like it was a competitive sport. Paragraph replies, screenshot receipts, quote tweets with siren emojis. Digital debates so intense you'd think trophies were being awarded. And let's talk about the self-appointed experts for a second. The internet has a magical ability to produce specialists overnight. Health analysts, behavioral interpreters, micro-expression readers, body language judges. If confidence alone granted certification, social media would be the largest university on Earth. But here's where it gets even messier. Every time someone tried to cool the temperature, the algorithm turned the heat back up. Calm takes don't trend. Balanced views don't explode. Nuance doesn't go viral. Fire spreads faster than facts, and outrage travels first class. Then came the reaction from adjacent celebrity circles and influencer spaces, not direct statements, but indirect signals, likes, subtle comments, vague posts about praying for people, cryptic captions that could mean everything or nothing. And of course, the internet treated each one like a coded message from a drama oracle. You know the rule. If a public figure posts a vague quote during a controversy, the internet assumes it's about the controversy, even if it's about their lunch. Live streamers jumped in next. Long streams. Emergency streams. Let's talk about its streams. Panels formed. Opinions clashed. Moderators worked overtime deleting insults faster than spam bots. Super chats rolled in like paid debate fuel. Nothing powers online discussion like monetized disagreement. And through all of this, the core moment, the actual statement, kept getting replayed, recut, and re-narrated depending on who uploaded it. Add dramatic music, it feels defensive. Remove context, it feels suspicious. Add captions, it feels emotional. Presentation became persuasion. This wasn't just reaction culture anymore. This was narrative engineering with ring lights. The wildest part, half the loudest voices admitted they were still waiting for more info, while speaking with the confidence of someone who already wrote the documentary ending. That's social media logic. Uncertainty delivered with authority. And just when it looked like the noise might settle, a new wave of reposted clips and resurfaced moments started circulating again, dragging the conversation right back into the spotlight like a sequel nobody ordered but everybody watched, because controversy online doesn't fade, it reloads. And if you think this is where the tension peaks, not even close. The next twist pulls more names, more reactions, and more internet theatrics into the spotlight. And suddenly this stops being a single story update and starts looking like a full season drama. Just when everyone thought the situation couldn't get louder, the internet grabbed a megaphone and a drum set. Reaction culture didn't just enter the chat, it kicked the door off the hinges and rearranged the furniture. Because now the second wave hit, and the second wave is always messier than the first. The first wave asks questions. The second wave sells answers like they're on clearance. Suddenly, everybody had new angles, exclusive takes, and inside perspectives that suspiciously sounded like recycled tweets wearing sunglasses. Commentary creators started competing like it was a championship belt for who can sound the most certain with the least verified information. Confidence levels were at billionaire status. evidence levels were on a student budget, bigger pages began reposting the story with dramatic captions that looked like they were written by a keyboard on espresso. Words like disturbing, shocking, and this changes everything started flying around like confetti at a parade of panic. And you already know, once aggregator pages join the party, the algorithm turns into a rocket launcher. Then came the celebrity-adjacent reactions, the likes, the side comments, the subtle shade posts. Nobody saying names, but everybody knowing exactly who they're talking about. That's the art of vague post warfare. No direct shots fired, but somehow everyone still feels hit. It's like emotional laser tag. One influencer posted a cryptic message about truth always surfacing. Boom, instantly screenshotted. Another posted prayer hands and broken heart emoji. Boom, interpreted 6 different ways. Someone else said y'all need to stop diagnosing strangers online. Boom, now they're accused of picking sides. On social media, even breathing near a controversy counts as involvement. Meanwhile, the meme universe transformed the tension into comedy fuel at light speed. Edits, parody voiceovers, fake courtroom sketches, dramatic reenactments, the situation got turned into internet theater. Social media has two speeds, outrage and jokes. There is no medium setting. It's either a riot or a roast. Live stream debates started popping up like popcorn. Panels formed with titles that sounded like pay-per-view events. Voices talked over voices. Chat sections moved faster than auction bidding. Moderators were swinging ban hammers like superheroes. Every 5 minutes someone said, let me land, and absolutely nobody landed. And here's where the twist tightened, old clips resurfaced. Not new clips, old clips. Because nothing fuels a current controversy like archived footage with dramatic music added later. People started stitching timelines together like conspiracy quilts. Dates were compared. Outfits were analyzed. Background details were zoomed in like hidden treasure maps. Suddenly, the internet became CSI screenshot unit. Commentators started building narrative ladders. Step 1, assumption. Step 2, speculation. Step 3, conclusion. With absolutely no guardrails in between. It was less investigation and more creative writing with Wi-Fi. But the delivery. Oh, the delivery sounded like breaking news narrated by Fender. Supporters fired back just as aggressively. They accused critics of turning concern into exploitation and engagement into a blood sport. According to them, people weren't discussing, they were performing. Not caring, competing. Not analyzing, auditioning for most outraged person online. And honestly, if outrage earned airline miles, some of these accounts could fly to the moon. Another layer dropped when commentary channels began reacting to other commentary channels reacting to the original reaction. We reached metadrama. This wasn't coverage anymore. This was a reaction multiverse. Opinions reacting to opinions reacting to opinions. If irony had a gym membership, this would be its workout routine. Then came the body language breakdown crowd. Oh yes, the pause and analyze professors. Every blink meant something. Every breath had a theory attached. According to them, eyebrow angle equals intent and sentence pacing equals truth level. By this logic, poker players should run the justice system. Add to that the algorithm's favorite ingredient, conflict thumbnails, split screens, shock faces, red circles around absolutely nothing, arrows pointing at pixels, the visual language of digital panic. If a red arrow points at it, it must be important. That's internet science. Fan communities started clashing directly now. Not subtle disagreements, full keyboard gladiator combat. Threads stacked into essays. Replies turned into dissertations. People quoted each other like legal documents. You could feel the caps lock energy through the screen, and right when the noise reached attention volume, rumor add-ons began appearing. Side stories, side characters. I heard from someone who knows someone who used to work near someone. The reliability chain looked like a broken paperclip necklace. But did that stop circulation? Absolutely not. Rumors online travel in first class with VIP boarding. Some creators tried to cool things down with rational takes. calm tone, balanced view, measured language. And the algorithm looked at that and said, cute, now watch this get half the views, because calm doesn't trend. Fire does. Whispering doesn't spread. Explosions do not. The situation evolved from a statement into a spectacle, from a moment into a movement, from an update into an internet event. It stopped being about what was said and started being about what people felt was meant. Interpretation became currency. Certainty became performance. Even brand pages started stepping carefully, avoiding engagement like it was a wet floor sign. Nobody wanted accidental involvement. One wrong like and suddenly you're taking sides. Social media neutrality now requires witness protection. And yet, through all the noise, reposts, debates, and digital shouting matches, one thing became crystal clear. This story had officially crossed from gossip lane into cultural moment territory. When casual observers start arguing like invested fans, you know the topic has escaped containment. But here's the kicker: the louder the debate got, the more new viewers entered with zero context and maximum opinion. Fresh arrivals picking sides like they just walked into the third season of a show and decided they understand every character. That's when you know Phase 3 is loading, because the aftermath isn't just reaction, it's consequence. Reputation shifts, relationships strain, public perception rewrites. And when that wave hits, it doesn't ask permission. By now, the situation had fully transformed from an update into a full-blown internet saga with side quests, bonus levels, and emotional boss battles. The conversation didn't just stay in gossip corners, it marched straight into mainstream commentary territory. Once that happens, you're no longer in rumor season. You're in reputation season. And reputation season is where everybody suddenly remembers your entire history like a highlight reel nobody asked for. Because when controversy hits, the internet doesn't just discuss the present, it time travels. Old interviews resurface. Past arguments get replayed. Previous drama gets stitched into the current narrative like a cinematic universe nobody planned, but everybody studies. People started saying things like, "This reminds me of when." And just like that, 10 unrelated moments got dragged back into the spotlight wearing new costumes. Public perception started splitting into 3 lanes. Lane 1, loyal defenders who insisted the situation was being blown out of proportion by clout chasers and algorithm hunters. Lane 2, hardened skeptics who believed questions still floated unanswered in the air like mystery balloons. Lane 3, entertainment spectators who openly admitted they were just watching the chaos like a binge series with snacks. And let's be honest, Lane 3 is always the most crowded. Commentary creators began shifting tone too. The early explosive headlines slowly evolved into what this means going forward analysis videos. That's the content life cycle. First comes shock, then comes breakdown, then comes prediction. Everyone becomes a futurist with a thumbnail. Some platforms started tightening moderation around the topic because debates were overheating faster than a budget laptop running 10 tabs of drama at once. Posts got flagged. Threads got locked. People complained about censorship. Other people complained about misinformation. Nobody agreed on anything except that everybody else was wrong. Meanwhile, brand partnerships and public image conversations quietly entered the chat. Because whenever controversy trends, marketing teams start sweating like they just read the comments section by accident. Image consultants earn their paycheck in moments like this. Silence becomes strategy. Timing becomes choreography. One wrong sentence can live forever in screenshot form. Supporters argued that speaking up should close the chapter. Critics argued that speaking up opened new ones. It became a philosophical tug-of-war disguised as a comment thread. Can one statement end a rumor storm? Or does it just feed it more oxygen? On the internet, clarity sometimes acts like gasoline. Then came the relationship angle debates. Not confirmations, interpretations. People analyzing dynamics, support systems, inner circles, influence networks. Social media turned into a reality show reunion episode without a host. Everybody asking questions nobody on stage agreed to answer. Reaction clips kept circulating, but something changed. The emotional temperature shifted from explosive to investigative. Less shouting, more dissecting. Less yelling, more let's examine, of course. Let's examine online still sounds like yelling, just with longer sentences. Think pieces started appearing with titles that sounded like college essays sponsored by chaos. Words like accountability, boundaries, exploitation, privacy, and platform responsibility entered the vocabulary of the debate. The conversation matured, but only slightly, like a teenager wearing a suit with sneakers. And still, the meme economy refused to retire. Every serious discussion was followed by a joke post that went twice as viral. That's the balance of the internet-heavy topic, followed by comic relief, followed by another argument about whether the joke was appropriate. Outrage ping pong never misses a match. The most interesting shift happened quietly, audience fatigue mixed with curiosity. Some people said they were done hearing about it. Those same people still clicked every update. That's digital contradiction at its finest. I'm tired of this story typed directly under a freshly watched video about the story. Numbers told their own tale. Views surged. Engagement spiked. Debate content outperformed regular uploads. The algorithm doesn't judge, it rewards attention. And controversy is attention's favorite energy drink. But underneath the spectacle sat a more uncomfortable truth. When public figures live their lives online, personal moments can become public property in the eyes of the audience. Lines blur, boundaries fade, spectators feel involved, and once involvement is felt, opinions feel justified. That's the psychological trapdoor of fame in the social era. Some voices began calling for a reset, less speculation, more restraint, fewer assumptions, more humanity. Those takes were praised by some and mocked by others. Because moderation online is often treated like weakness by people who confuse volume with victory, still, the long-term effect started becoming clearer. This moment, regardless of which side people landed on, added another permanent layer to public narrative. Search results remember everything. Clip archives never sleep. Internet history has a longer memory than celebrity friendships. And here's the twist nobody likes to admit. Scandals rarely end with closure. They pause. They evolve. They resurface wearing new headlines. Today's resolution becomes next month's reference point. Drama doesn't disappear. It reincarnates with better editing. Creators are already setting alerts. Commentary channels are watching for the next post, the next live, the next hint, the next ripple. Because in this ecosystem, follow-ups are oxygen, updates are fuel, and silence is treated like suspense, which means whether supporters celebrate or critics question, one reality stands tall. This story isn't archived yet. It's bookmarked, and there you have it, another internet firestorm. Another headline that turned timelines into battlegrounds. And another reminder that social media can turn a single statement into a full season of drama faster than a reality show reunion episode. If you made it this far, congratulations, you officially survived the chaos. The commentary, the overreactions, the expert detectives with 0 badges, and the meme department working overtime. Now I want to hear from you. Not the copy-paste opinions. Not the comment section karaoke. Your actual take. Did this update calm the storm? Or did it just remix the controversy with louder speakers? Drop your thoughts below and don't hold back. This comment section is basically a digital courtroom with popcorn. If you enjoy breakdowns that slice through hype, roast the nonsense, and spotlight the spectacle, you're in the right place. This channel tracks internet madness like a storm chaser with unlimited data. We don't just watch the drama, we autopsy it with sarcasm and a flashlight. So go ahead, smash that like button like it owes you money, interest, and a public apology. Hit subscribe like the next scandal depends on it, because honestly, it probably does. Turn on notifications so you don't show up 3 days late asking what happened. While everybody else already moved to the sequel. Share this video with that friend who says I don't follow drama but somehow knows every detail. Yes, that undercover investigator. More celebrity chaos influencer meltdowns, rumor hurricanes, and truth versus viral madness drops here regularly. Stay loud, stay sharp, and stay skeptical. Welcome to the madness.celeb insanity, where headlines come to get interrogated.